Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Special day today. I'm going to be reviewing my new Pisgah Banjo right here, right now. So stay tuned. Okay, so let me begin this by saying, first of all, that I'm using the same microphone that I use for every video, and it is a lapel mic. Laviel, I don't know how to say it. Laviel Purple Panda. It's in the description down below. This is nothing special here. This is not any kind of a... This is your bare bones, just lapel mic that people use to talk into. So it's not anything special. But I wanted to, keep the continuity of this as far as sound goes so that you can hear it. The way this review is going to go is I'm going to talk about the case. I'm going to talk about the banjo. I'm going to talk about it in depth with every single piece that is on it and how I had it custom made to my specifications. And then I'll give you the price of it that I paid. And after that, the fun stuff. You're going to get to hear it. So here we go. All right, so the case. And I've removed the banjo because, we're not going there yet. Okay, this case is what I would call a well-padded gig bag. It's obviously made by Access. It's got a nice embroidered front here. I want to talk about this pocket because they were thinking when they made this bag, because this pocket is really deep and comes out. It lifts up so you can put a lot of stuff in there. I like to, put a lot of stuff in here. I go give lessons at places and stuff, and I need to haul around a lot of stuff, so good to have. They sent me a can koozie and a cool sticker, which, I love stickers, so cool. And a whole bunch of cards. And an extra set of strings and a bridge, and we'll talk about this here in a minute. But nice pocket on the front. Really nice handles. They've got a little leather piece on the handles, which is nice. Also on the back, you've got this tab here, which other gig bags I've seen don't have, which is really nice. Lots of different options to carry this thing. Also backpack straps that are thick and padded and adjustable, of course. And the zippers. The zippers are, I've had a lot of these things, so you can tell when you get something nice. Look at the little, it's kind of silly, but look at the little ergonomic metal here to grab the zipper. And the action of the zipper. You can tell it's just a nice zipper. I know I'm spending so much time on the bag. But, okay, now let's get inside. Of course, you've got some padding in here. And you've also got a little extra piece right here for your tailpiece and your strings and everything. So it doesn't cut this into this padding, which is nice. It's a little reinforced part. It's at the top, where the strings might, be, where all the metal parts are sticking up. So, okay, enough about the case. The case is nice. I think this was 69 bucks or 65 bucks or something like that. Well worth it. Real nice. Now let's get to the banjo, which you've all been waiting for. Hang on. Okay, the banjo. First, let me give you some close-ups of it, and then we'll talk about it. And as you can see, my lighting is just sunlight. It's what I have to work with, so I'll try to make it nice there. See those spikes? We'll talk about those. Of course, we're going to talk about everything on this little baby. little sticker in there. And this is their 1,444th banjo that they've made. I thought that was kind of neat. And it's also a coincidence that my address starts with 44. So that's kind of neat. But anyway. Okay, here we go. Let's just work. Let's just work all over the place. Okay, so the neck and body here is made of cherry wood. Well, first, before I start that, okay. So let me say a little bit about Pisgah. This is a 100% custom made banjo here. They have several models available that you can order off the shelf, so to speak, and you can have, you know, they're out there for sale at retailers. But I wanted something different. I wanted my own thing. So this is going to be different than what you see out there, and it's to my specifications. So obviously, if you want something different, you can get it. As a company, they strive to make everything right here in the good old USA. And that's important to me. That was important to me when I chose a builder to make my banjo. And all they use, the woods they use are local woods, and they're sustainable woods, hardwoods. And you can pick your wood. So that's really cool. The hardware is all USA made too, which is really, again, nice. Everything on this banjo, except for one thing, is US made and produced here. And that is these Gotha tuners, which they're beautiful. But these Gotha tuners are made in Japan. And everybody, you know, they're very good. They're very high quality tuners. But that's the only thing on here not made in the US of A. We'll start right here. The headstock. The headstock on this banjo is called Vintage. And that was a little bit of an upgrade. Their standard is a paddle looking headstock. But I love, it's beautiful. And the craftsmanship here all throughout is very nice. Very nice. So you have this beautiful cutout here. And it's persimmon wood on the top here. This section right here. And the fretboard is persimmon. Now, persimmon is in the ebony family of woods, so it is an amazing fretboard. And the feel of it, oh, okay, amazing. The neck is cherry wood, and the pot is cherry wood. The dowel stick, there's a tensioner rod underneath that, but the dowel stick is cherry wood also. And there is a walnut cap here around the rim. Beautiful. Okay. Now, the nut is an oxbone nut. Look at those little scallops. They're really nice. Oxbone nut. And the material right here, I'm going to say it's walnut, but I'll put it right down somewhere down here when I hear back from Patrick as to exactly what it is, because I want to try to be accurate here. Moving on down, the heel is a folk heel or Dobson heel. It was included in the price. It wasn't an upgrade price. The headstock, I believe, was $89 to get the vintage headstock. The frets, you have several choices here. You can do fretless. You can do fully fretted. You can do this standard scoop, which is what I have, the standard scoop. Or you can do this fancy one. I think he's calling it an S scoop. It costs a little more, but it's kind of fancy there. Moving on down, I chose the aged brass hardware here, which is absolutely beautiful. I think, let's see, that cost an additional, where's it at? $75 with the custom build there. And I also chose a fiber skin head. Now this is made by Remo, and they've got their PBCO stamp there, real nice. I love fiber skin. That's just what I like. The tone ring is a tubaphone tone ring, and it's also the aged brass look. I mean, nice touch there, but it's gonna give me a specific sound, and that was the sound that I was looking for. Again, there's a whole bunch of choices here in your tone ring, and it's really what makes the difference in sound. So when you hear this, don't think that all Pisgah Banjos are going to sound like this. That's, it's going to sound however you want it to sound, based on your tone ring and woods and all that good jazz. The bridge is just a standard maple with ebony top bridge, and the tailpiece is their vintage, they call it traditional. Yeah, traditional. They have one other choice of tailpiece. I think they call that a hawk something, and it comes up. I just prefer this one, so that's what I went with. And the strings, they have their own brand of strings. They are what I would consider a light gauge set of strings, but they're very nice. Y'all know that I like a certain set of strings out there, which I will try on here. But I'm gonna really compare it to the PBCOs, and I'm interested to see how they're gonna compare, and we'll just see. The jury's out yet as to whether I'm gonna put and continue to put their strings on this banjo or not. The spikes, you saw the spikes. I had spikes installed. Again, that's a personal choice, like everything on this banjo. And, there's different schools of thought about it. I'm not here to argue anyone's idea of, whether you need spikes or not. I like them. I use them all the time. I had them installed. Now, did I forget to talk about anything? I don't think I did. I think I talked about everything. I'll talk about the price. Then I'm going to tell you about their customer service, and then we'll go and play it. The price. So I ordered this, and I did, you can pay $250 to get your order placed, and then you pay the rest at the end. And I thought that was nice, so I did that. But the total price for this shipped to my house and all that was $1,878.70. So under $2,000 complete custom banjo here, made in the USA. I mean, you can't really beat that. You can't. Now, customer service. When I ordered it on the website, it said that there's a 3-month turnaround, and I found that to be 100% accurate. It took them almost exactly 3 months. It was maybe about a week ahead of schedule for the full 3 months, so that was great. The banjo has a lifetime warranty on workmanship, I believe is what a lifetime warranty. I mean, you can't beat that either. They're going to make you happy. They want to make you happy. Now, when I got the banjo, I did not like a few things about it. So, I let them know, and they sent me a label to ship it back. I shipped it back. They addressed it and fixed it and sent it back to me. It was the issue that I had was two things. I had the spikes they were installed way too tight. Now, 3 of them I could not even get the string under the spike. The string came and it had 5 indents on it where the string was actually bent from them. And I spoke to Patrick himself. He said they hammer it down onto the string. Now, you know, in my opinion, it was a mistake for them to send that string out like that. But they fixed it. But anyway, the string was all bent up from where it had been down. Now, he obviously was able, you know, the string was under there, and he got it out because there was a bend there. But I could not, with all my might, with 2 fingers, get those strings under the spikes. So I talked to him over the phone, and sent it in, and he adjusted it. So he loosened them up a little bit. He filed down the tops, and the second thing I had was the action was too high for me. I didn't realize this, but because I don't, there's not anywhere on the custom page that lets you pick your bridge height, but he sent it out with an 11/16 bridge on it, and I didn't know that's what was going to come on it, or I would have told him beforehand. I wanted a 5/8 bridge, but the 11/16 is higher, and so down the neck, it was just way out of my specifications of what I like. So he went ahead and put on a 5/8 bridge. That's why you saw an extra bridge in there. He sent me the 11/16 in case I want to switch it out. Thank you. But yes, when he put the 5/8 bridge on there, that's perfect. That's what I like. Great action height there. So if you order a banjo from them, look at that. Everything about this thing is beautiful. If you order a banjo from them and you find that there's something you're unsatisfied with or whatever, tell them about it. Talk to them. They're willing to talk to you, and they're willing to check it out and fix, you know, whatever issue you may have. So that's important to know. Customer service wise, beautiful banjo. Would I order from them again? Absolutely. I'm not going to really be ordering from them again, but I don't really have the means or anything like that. But if you do have the means, this is a great company to work with. Great sounding banjo, and the workmanship and craftsmanship of this is phenomenal. A+ there. So I bet that you're about ready to hear this thing be played. Bet you are. So without further ado, here you go. Y'all know I can't see close if I have my glasses on. this review. I just want to say thanks to the guys at Pisgah for making me a beautiful banjo. I love it. And I think you will too if you order one from them. And if you've seen my other video, I'll link it up here somewhere. You know that this is very special to me. But I will be playing the strings off this thing on a regular basis. So all I can say is, if you have the means, and I know everybody doesn't have the means, I didn't have the means, but if you have the means to get a custom banjo, do consider Pisgah. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Now, the sound, you have to realize this is the sound I was after. So if you don't like this sound, there's lots of other sounds you can get with this tone ring choice that you make. So keep that in mind. And before I go, as always, I just want you to remember, Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.